This is Sam from Uniondale, and you're tuning in to another edition of the Sam I Analyze Show. Mikal Bridges, he must have heard me. He must have heard a lot of Knicks fans as he went off last night against the New Orleans Pelicans. He led the Knicks in scoring and dropped 31 points, and he was hot from the three-point line. The question I have is he finally figuring it out? Has he turned things around? Let's analyze. Mikal Bridges, after 20 games in, Knicks fans were panicking. Just look at the video before this one. You'll be able to see it after this. But if you haven't seen it yet, but Mikal Bridges was MIA. You had people in Knicks world saying, I can't believe we gave up 5 picks for this guy. No way. I don't get it. This guy, I had someone get at me on, I think it was on, not on X. I believe it was TikTok the other day. And he was like, it's great for the Nets. You know, they gave up four first-round picks for a declining wing. Now, if you're watching this, the person who sent me that, hey, listen, I don't think Mikal Bridges, who's not even 30 years young, is declining just yet. I just think it's about figuring it out. Now, I ask the question. Is Mikal Bridges figuring it out? I can't say that. I can't say that just yet. And look, the Knicks wiped the mat with the Pelicans. No Zion, no everyone. I mean, Zion, by the way, not being available is like shocker. But 118 to 85, what is that, 33 points? That's a drudging. That's a beatdown. That's basically what it is. So I bring up Mikal Bridges because that's the guy who's drawn the ire of Knicks fans. I can't believe, again, we gave away so many picks for him. But look, listen, last night he was a plus 40. As I said, he dropped 31 points. And he was 7 for 12 from 3, 12 for 19 just in general, and obviously continues to lead the team in minutes, and I believe the league, I think, 39 minutes? So even with a 33-point beatdown, he was 7 for 12 from 3. And I bring this up to say I don't think he's figured it out just yet because I need to see a larger sample size, right? I need to see more. Because if you look at Mikal Bridges' numbers in the last 5 games, this is telling, in my opinion, right? In my opinion. Mikal Bridges, to me, in my opinion, he's averaging, first of all, hold on. He's averaging 16.3 points a game, okay? He's shooting 46.6% from the field, 33.1% from 3, which is 4% lower than his career average. But as I said in the last video, his free throw shooting, that's a problem. 61.5%. That's a problem to me. All right. For his career, he's 84.3 points from 84.3 from the free throw line. And look, listen, it's only 20 games in. He's on a new team. It's the Garden. I know he was playing in Brooklyn. He's figuring it out. He's trying to figure it out, rather. But for me, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready to say, he's figuring it out. Not yet. Not quite. He dropped 31 last night. He was a plus 40. But then you go back, I mean, in the last 5 games, of the 5 games, 3 of them he was a negative, right? So the last, Most recent, he was a plus 40. He dropped 31. But then the reason why I'm not ready to say he's figured it out just yet is the Charlotte game. He was a minus 14, right? He was a minus 14. He only had 8 points. He was benched in the fourth quarter. And then the game before that against Dallas, okay, he had 20 points, but then he was a minus 11, right? And then before that, against Denver, he was a positive 18. He had 14 points. And then prior to that, against Utah, everybody stunk it up, no question. So he gets a pass in a sense, but it's still part of his resume right now in the last 20 games. And he had 7 points and was a minus 1. So here's the deal. What is it? 20 games in, 62 to go for him to figure it out and prove that he's coming around. Here's one thing that stands out, Knicks fans. Do you realize, if you don't, I will tell you. There was a player who had it going in the last 17 games or so in an OG Anunoby, right? So here's the thing. One thing that's going to be consistent, in my opinion, is Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson. Now, even Karl-Anthony Towns, I said it was a beatdown last night, right? He only had 14 points, but then he was a plus 17, but had 19 rebounds. Jalen Brunson had 16 points and 9 assists. Again, in a beatdown. So these guys are not going to play, although, I mean, you look at it, Cat played 25 minutes, Brunson played 26, so they should be ready for tomorrow. But OG Anunoby, and I'm bringing this up, and I have a point here. OG Anunoby had 7 points, but he was a plus 32. He had 4 blocks, y'all. 4 blocks, 3 steals. So you've got to look at the totality of everything. OG was averaging 19 points before these last few games. Now he's not scoring, right? But you've got to affect the game in different ways. So I don't know if we're ever going to see. I mean, he's averaging 16.6 points a game. I don't know if, I mean, does this mean that OG Anunoby is back to being the old OG Anunoby? You know, and now Mikal Bridges is ascending. See, I'm still trying to figure it out, y'all. I am still trying to figure it out. Again, it's only 20 games in. But now OG Anunoby, a guy who was in many many were saying, oh, maybe the Knicks have a third guy, a scorer, go-to guy. And I'm sorry, now his average in 20 games, 17.4 points a game. All right, so OG right now is balling. Field goal percentage is at a career high. I mean, his 48.3. Okay. And he's shooting a 83.6 from the free throw line versus a career 75.2. So again, don't get caught up in the scoring per se, and look how the plus minus is important. Look how Mikal is going to impact the game. But like I said before in the last video, the Knicks already have 2 all-stars, superstar talents, in my opinion. Well, you want to call Cat a star, Brunson a superstar, or whatever. You have 2 all-stars. Do they possibly have a third? Again, OG is outscoring right now Mikal Bridges. But look, at the end of the day, does it matter? They're trying to win a chip. It's going to be very interesting to see the next 5 games, 10 games, 20 games. I'm going to monitor that, and then we will see. All right. OG possibly is an all-star caliber guy. Maybe Mikal is finally figuring it out. Give me some time. Let it marinate a little bit. Let's see. But it was great. It was great to see. I mean, right now, I guess you want to say that's Mikal's Garden moment early in 20 games. But there's more to come, obviously. But we're going to see. Tomorrow, by the way, is a huge game for the Knicks when it comes to the Emerald Cup. They lose, they're out. Orlando has been balling. Orlando has been balling for real, y'all. Yes, they have. They're actually how many games up on the Knicks, actually? They're actually 2 games ahead of the Knicks. 15-17, and the Knicks are behind them at 12-8. And Orlando's balling right now, 9-1 in their last 10. They've won 6 in a row. The Knicks have won 2 in a row. And the Knicks are 7-3 in their last 10. So tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very interesting. No Boncaro, no problem. Orlando is hooping right now. So the Knicks are going to need the Mikal Bridges of the world, the OG Anunoby, the wings. They're going to need them, as Alan Hahn dubbed them, Wingstop. Or was it Alan Hahn or was it CP, the franchise? Wingstop. Again, they're going to need them. Kudos to whoever came up with that name, but they're going to need them. They're going to need them because Orlando is a serious team and a contender in the East. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm watching, Mikal. Knicks fans are watching. Let's see if you get some consistency. You start hitting the corner threes with consistency. You start hitting your free throws. Now it's that time. Fantasy football players, pay attention. The 49ers' Christian McCaffrey is heading to the IR and might be done for the year. Folks, I'm on all social media platforms at SamIAnalyze. Please like, share, subscribe, and you see that notification bell to the right. Please click on that. That will let you know the next time I drop another video. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, à tout à l'heure.